So I should point out that everything that happened in this video was recorded well before Christmas, and while I was rushing to get this out by Christmas Day, I just couldn't. Just lots of editing needed to be done. So here's the Christmas special I've been working on with the rest of the gang. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Today on Transporter FM, it's our Porsche Challenge Christmas special. Wixie and Boss duke it out again in 911s. We drive the new M5 CS in Forza Horizon 5, and we check out the Ferrari Roma in the Crew Motorfest. I'm DJ Atomica, and I hope you guys enjoy the show. And if you do, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to us. It really helps us a lot. With that, let's get started. Hello everybody, and very Merry Christmas to everyone watching us from around the world. DJ Atomica here with the whole cast and crew here at Transporter FM. And this Christmas, we're doing a bit of a mixed bag of things today for your entertainment. We've got car reviews and comparisons. We've got challenges. We've got, well, Wixie complaining how no other car in the world is greater than Porsche.
Because it's true.
Get off your high horse, sister. It's not true.
She's definitely been struggling since the boss beat her in Gran Turismo last time.
You just had to exaggerate that, did you, Striker?
Hey, Wixie, don't feel bad. It's not that Porsches are terrible, you just picked the wrong ones to challenge
Oh,
me.
here we go again. You think Gran Turismo is the only game that can save you from the wrath of the GT3 RS. My new plan is brilliant. Today we're going to Forza, and I will beat you this time.
Yes, but before that, we've got some reviewing to do, some news to bring you, and whatever else is on the menu for your entertainment. Then we'll get to the whole battle between Wixie's GT3 and the boss's Turbo. Sit back, relax, and enjoy, everyone. This one's gonna be a doozy.
So before we get into a bit of the chaos, we have to talk about one of the year 2 pass cars that came out for the Crew Motorfest, the Ferrari Roma. This GT sports car might not seem like much. I mean, it's been out for ages now, and despite its sleek and swoopy looks that we've grown accustomed to, its addition to the game is significant. We haven't had a new street tier 2 Ferrari since the addition of the 512 Testarossa from the Crew 2. Let's also not forget that the F12 has been one of the fastest GT cars in street tier 2, comparable to the Aston Martin DBS. So a little bit of background. The Ferrari Roma is the successor to the hardtop convertible Portofino. In fact, the Roma shares a lot with the Portofino, mainly the chassis and the engine, which is a 3.9-liter twin-turbocharged V8, the same used in most of Ferrari's past and current lineup, including the California T, the 488s, the GTC4 Lusso T, and the SF90s. Ferrari wanted this car to be their premier entry-level GT car, where the California and Portofino were a sort of a blend of both hardtop GT and open-top convertible. The Roma is split between the coupe, which we have here in this game, and the Spider, which is a soft top, the first soft top convertible Ferrari we've seen since the 430 Scuderia 60M so many years ago. This also begs the question of if we'll see any more street tier 2 Ferraris in the game. Other than probably the GTC4 Lusso, none of the new modern examples won't be placed in Street Tier 2, but in Hypercar. Their newest entry-level supercar, the 296 GTB and GTS, is an 800 horsepower hybrid that accelerates just as quickly as the McLaren 750S and the 765 LT, which is already a hypercar in this game. Any brand new Ferrari added in the future will end up in hypercar at this point. Anywho, back to the Roma. When you fully upgrade it, it produces more than 700 horsepower. So not that much of a jump in power, to be honest, at least according to its stats. It will do 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds and will top out at 246 miles per hour. So it's pretty fast. Handling wise, it's pretty balanced for a rear wheel drive car, mainly because Ferrari are known for pushing the engines in their FR cars well behind the front axle, so it's more of a front mid-engined machine rather than a full-on front-engined sports car. Well, if there's one thing that sort of bothers me, other than the limited customization, which is what we usually expect from Ferrari, it's the car's dynamics. It gets good handling overall, though I feel as if there's understeer here and there when trying to push the car towards its limit. It's weird behavior for a car like this, but even with that fault, it doesn't stop it from being a stupid fast grand tourer. So, is it the best Ferrari? Well, I did compare it to the current best Ferrari, the F40, and the other grand touring Ferrari in this discipline, the F12 Berlinetta. Both the Roma and the F12 have a leg up on the F40 in terms of transmission. while the F40 settles with a gated manual, so slower shifts. The Roma and F12 both have dual clutch paddle shifted automatic gearboxes, with the F12 having 7 gears and the Roma having 8 gears. Handling wise, it's obvious that the F40 handles so much better than either of the two cars, as it's just so much lighter and more nimble, but the Roma makes up for that with incredible acceleration, pretty good cornering speed, pretty strong nitrous power, and a very high top speed. So there's that. The results sort of speak for themselves. All three are very fast prancing horses, but the Roma is the one to be more mindful of this time around. So the Roma makes the top 10 on my leaderboard here at Shinjuku style among a field of pretty close top competitors, with only one manual transmission car ahead of it being the Liberty Walk Honda NSX. So overall, the Roma is a very good car, and I don't think we'll see another Ferrari top that car in this discipline for a while, unless the guys over at Ivory-Tower do find one that can very well do the job. In any case, we'll have to wait and see what happens in the future.
Awesome stuff, man. The Roma is a beautiful car, but how much is it worth in game now that it's available for everyone?
I'm not sure offhand because I got this via my year 2 pass, but considering its performance, I'd say well over 500,000 bucks.
Oh, and look at that, Wixie. It nearly beat your favorite Porsche.
Nearly. Maxwell, it didn't beat it outright, but it got close.
Hey, nearly is enough, right? And don't both those cars weigh sort of the same?
The Roma is a bit heavier in real life, but over in this game, the weight difference is apparently nearly non-existent.
Are you lot trying to ruin the Christmas mood for me in this entire show?
All right. Listen, let's do some news, because there's a lot of interesting things happening in the car and gaming world, right, Atomica?
That's right, Striker. So speaking of the Crew Motorfest, there's a brand new Elite bundle out for the game with 2 brand new cars, both hypercars as they have been for the last 3. You guys want to know what they are?
They gave subtle hints on Twitter, so I have a definite guess of what they are, but go ahead and tell everyone else.
All right. So the main car for the bundle is, obviously, the Mercedes AMG 1. Now that car has been exclusive to Forza Horizon 5 for the past 3 years. With that exclusivity ended, Ivory-Tower took the chance and have added the F1-powered hypercar into their ever-growing car roster.
I can't wait to show you guys this car. It's one of the most complicated cars ever produced. Even Mercedes AMG, the very guys who built the damn thing, are still somewhat bewildered by what they've created. Despite us knowing what powertrain it has and what it can accomplish, there's still some info about it that we still don't know after all this time, chief among which is the torque figure.
Didn't AMG say that they themselves could not measure the torque of the car due to the complexity of the drivetrain?
Well, not only that, but due to its complexity and whatever else that we don't know offhand, the AMG 1 isn't completely road legal here in the States. I mean, this car had many buyers, including real estate entrepreneur Manny Koshpin, and he still hasn't received his yet.
I think we're also forgetting one crucial accolade regarding this car.
Yep, I was gonna get to that. The AMG 1 currently holds the road legal production car lap record at the Nürburgring Nordschleife of 6 minutes and 18 seconds, but that was back in 2022 when the car first entered production. This year, they took the exact same car back out on the ring, and it broke that record with a new time of 6 minutes 29.09 seconds, making it not only the fastest car to lap the Nürburgring, but also the first production car to lap around the ring in less than 6.5 minutes. To put that into perspective, the Pagani Zonde R, which is one of the only track-specific cars that customers can own to lap around the Nürburgring, did it in 6 minutes and 47 seconds. Now, of course, it was done a long time ago, and it has a lot less horsepower as the AMG 1, but it is so much lighter than the AMG 1. We're talking over 1,000 pounds lighter, so the power-to-weight ratio is probably near equal, and yet the AMG 1 managed to run around the ring 18 seconds faster. Imagine that!
That's incredible.
Wow. Do you know what? For what it's worth and the fact that you can drive this car on the road and to the shops if you could, that's absolutely amazing. This road legal machine is faster than most race cars.
And what's amazing is that we can only go up from here. All the road legal track monsters being made by Aston Martin, McLaren, Ferrari, Rimac, Koenigsegg, you name it. They're all gonna vie for that production car top spot in the future. This truly will be a sight to see.
So what about James May and his request for more comfortable cars and for automakers to stop testing cars on the Nürburgring?
Screw James May! What does he know?
Oh my god, I hope he didn't hear that.
I always enjoy your brand of vehicular passion, Striker.
True, but you gotta calm down there, buddy.
All right, I'll take it easy, but what was the other car featured in this Elite bundle, boss?
Now the next edition is out of left field, because you'd expect a powerful Nürburgring slayer like the AMG 1 to be teamed with some other incredibly known or unknown hypercar like the Aston Martin Valkyrie, the Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR AMG Zinger 21C, or even the Automobili Pininfarina Battista, but no. They've teamed the AMG 1 with the Chevrolet Corvette C806 convertible for this Elite bundle.
Okay.
That car is completely out of left
Is that
field.
car even faster than the 911 GT3 RS around the Nürburgring?
Nope. At least it isn't officially. Its unofficial time is a 7 minutes 10 seconds with Misha Charudin behind the wheel of it, and he's pretty fast, so who knows if the car can go any faster. The C806 is an incredible car, but it's a lot heavier than the 911 GT3 RS, even though Chevy introduced more carbon fiber, a smaller flat plane crank engine, and even more aero.
Yeah, but that car's not even in the challenge, Wixie, so cool your jets.
Oh, give over, Max. I just wanted to see something.
Well, anywho, it'll be interesting to see how this car fares against the C11ZR1, which is more powerful than this 06, as well as the Ferraris that Chevrolet have been gunning for in terms of sound and performance.
True, but Chevy did make an even more powerful C8 Corvette, didn't they? The new C8 ZR1 puts down just as much as, if not more power than the AMG 1, and it isn't hybrid. We can get all that power, all 1,064 horses, from filling it up with 93-octane pump gas instead of E85 ethanol required by other supercars to achieve their absolute maximum. It's also slightly lighter than the AMG 1, accelerates to 60 miles per hour quicker than the AMG 1, and costs 15 times less than the AMG 1 at $180,000. I mean, it's a complete bargain and a performance and engineering marvel. Why didn't the devs release that or wait to release that into the game?
Honestly, I don't know why they went with this. They probably could have waited, but let's not complain too much. We will if this new Vet is actually terrible driver-wise, but considering that it's now a proper mid-engine supercar, the new Z06 Corvette might be really good. Though you're right, I do hope they add the C8 ZR1 in the future.
All right, so as you all know, we're coming towards the end of the year, and we've all seen some pretty great things this year, right? The rise of Need for Speed Unbound, the consistency of the Crew Motorfest, the inconsistency of Test Drive Unlimited, Solar Crown, the excitement behind Assetto Corsa Evo. I could go on.
Yep, and in order to find out what was the best of the best this year, guess what we're resurrecting?
Wait, the Transporter Awards are coming back?
Yep, we're bringing back the Transporter Awards for 2024. So basically in a few days on my Discord and YouTube channel, I'll be posting some polls in which you can vote for various awards: Racing Game of the Year, Ongoing Racing Game of the Year, Driver of the Year, Car of the Year, Legend Car of the Year, Legend of the Year, etc. Oh, and we have an added bonus as well: Fan of the Year. This time around, our Fan of the Year will be run as a Discord contest, and the winner will receive a $50 Steam gift card from yours truly. So be on the lookout on my Discord and YouTube channel for those voting polls to go up, and we'll have the results of your votes close to New Year's.
It'll be interesting to see who wins. Right,
Wait,
so...
hold up. Guys, it's Christmas. We gotta do something Christmassy, like some gameplay through some snow, or a Christmas-themed car, or something. But we don't have anything like that this year. What's going on?
Truth be told, I was gonna head on to Need for Speed World and drive a new Snowflake car released by the guys at Overdrive. It's a wide-body Nissan Skyline GTR R33 that could only be won via their Christmas 2024 packs, but I spent so much in-game cash on it, I never received it even once, so we're sort of stumped.
I mean, I wouldn't worry about it, to be honest. Gambling on this isn't a good look anyways.
Yeah, you're probably right. So let's end the news here and move on to Forza Horizon 5. This month, they've been adding a bunch of modern luxury performance saloons for us to enjoy, including the Bentley Flying Spur and the W211 E55 AMG Estate. Last week, however, they added a highly anticipated four-door saloon, of which I regarded as BMW's true supercar. The BMW M5 CS has finally arrived in Forza Horizon 5, and right off the bat, it's an S1 class super saloon. It might have only a couple more horses than the standard F90 M5, but it's a lot lighter and a lot more agile. I'm still sort of uneasy with installing rally tires on cars just to move them down a class to make them more competitive, but we'll save that for another time. For now, since this car is already at S1 class, I wanted to see if there was any hope of making it a competitive super saloon even among other high-end super saloons in this class.
Well, let's be real here. The M5 CS is definitely worthy of the supercar title. It has the power, engineering, and dynamics to do some supercar thrashing things, but even with its accolades, it's still on the heavy side, right?
Yeah, it still weighs just over 4,000 pounds, so it is sort of heavy, but mind you, the Bugatti Veyron, formerly the fastest car in the world, was able to achieve such an accolade all while weighing over 4,000 pounds as well, though obviously there's a sizable difference between 625 horsepower and 981 horsepower. Still, I was fascinated that even in S1 and it being pretty heavy with no added Forza aero with the right tune, the M5 CS can be somewhat surprising. It's grippy, it's surprisingly agile for its weight and size, and it's quick and fast. My tune of the car in S1 had it achieving a 0 to 60 time of 2.1 seconds and a top speed of over 230 miles per hour. Now obviously there are other S1 class cars that can achieve even faster speeds than that chief among which are the Lucid Air Sapphire, Jaguar XJ15, and the Honda NSX-R. But with the exception of the Jag and the Honda, we'll never see another incredibly powerful car achieve high speeds like this in S1 and still be sort of competitive.
True, but still, like, the XJR15 and NSX-R are top rankers in S-Class, as is the Anniversary Edition, Viper GTS, Ferrari FXX, Porsche 935, and so on. The M5 CS is just too heavy to compete with some of the meta of S1. I think it would be best downgraded to A-Class, which is pretty possible, but you'll need a different engine and, unfortunately for you, rally tires.
I know, but listen, we'll get to that at a later date. For now, I just want to show you how good it is at S1. Plus, there is another super saloon that can't really be downgraded to A-Class even if we tried, the Lucid Air Sapphire. It's the most powerful super saloon in the game as well as the fastest, but that car's stuck at S1, and unless you give it Forza Aero, that you can't really compete with it even if you give it sticky, slick tires. So, watch this, okay? Let's see just how good the M5 CS is in comparison to the all-electric Lucid, as well as its age-old competition from Mercedes-AMG and Audi.
You know what? To be fair, that's not a bad time, actually. I kind of knew it was going to be faster than the competition, especially the Lucid. That car might be crazy powerful, but with it weighing over 5,000 pounds, obviously its weight would be a serious factor in terms of how well its handling would be. And obviously, as we just saw, it's not that good.
I mean, that's sort of a precursor to the new M5, right? The Lucid is a lot more powerful than the new M5, but both cars weigh just about the same at over 5,300 pounds. If they don't add the new G90 M5 in this game, they'll probably add it in Forza Horizon 6. And even if it's crazy powerful, we'll most likely either be downgrading it to A-Class or rendering it unusable as a whole.
This is all true, but what makes the time the M5 CS has set here even more remarkable is how close it is to another car, of which we'll reveal in a little bit.
Well, more like now, actually, because it's time for our Boss vs. Wixie challenge. Our boss, the transporter, already has a leg up on Wixie, our resident Porsche fan, in terms of which car of their choosing is better. Last time, we took our battle to Gran Turismo 7, where the boss sort of outdrove Wixie in her 911 GT3 RS with a 911 Turbo S. Both cars upgraded to their maximum. This time, we're in Forza Horizon 5. Both cars have been upgraded to S1 class. And we're going to see if Wixie can get one back at the boss. So, Wixie, since you lost the last round, I'll have you go first. Why do you think the 911 GT3 RS is better than the 911 Turbo S?
I mean, we've been through this already, but I'll reiterate my stance. It's lighter, more agile, more rigid, puts down more downforce, etc. The 911 GT3 RS is one of the quickest cars around the Nürburgring, and despite its claim to fame on TikTok, it's still one of the ultimate track cars to beat, find, and buy.
Alrighty then. Boss man, why do you think the 911 Turbo S is the superior car here?
Well, other than it having more power, it's a lot more usable in the real world. It's a quicker car off the line, a faster car in the long run, and a more practical car when you're out and about in your neighborhood or on a long journey. Moreover, performance and upgrades wise, the 982 Evo Twin Turbo Flat 6 in this car has a lot more upgrade potential than the MA 2.75 Flat 6 in the GT3 RS. I mean, let's not disparage it too much. Hearing a Porsche rev to over 9,000 RPMs is orgasmic. But honestly, in my opinion, what's even cooler is hearing the turbochargers spool up and the wastegates release pressure when your 640 plus horsepower or even 1000 plus horsepower 911 Turbo S is cruising on a highway or racing against other street racers.
Alrighty then. So, as usual, we let the boss man take both cars out on our test track, and it's brand new this time around, isn't it? What stood out for you when you were pushing these cars to their maximum?
Alright, so first off, I was sort of getting tired of Emerald Circuit. As good as it was, I wanted a circuit with more corners and wider, more usable road, which is why from now on we'll be testing cars at the Horizon Mexico circuit.
That's a good choice. You get to open the cars up a lot more and don't have to worry about going too overboard and accidentally losing traction because your car is off the road or something like that.
Right? So anyway, the 911 GT3 RS in this game suffers from the exact same thing it suffers from in Gran Turismo 7, lack of acceleration. It handles incredibly well and it has power, but the improved aero from the front splitter and clever rear wing, even with its working DRS, creates so much drag that it just prevents the car from achieving a high enough speed or high-end acceleration. The GT3 RS at S1 will hit 27 miles per hour, which isn't bad, but it takes a while for it to reach that speed. Meanwhile, the 911 Turbo S can top that speed and go even further. That car, I'll admit, feels a lot more loose than the GT3 RS, but like I said, there's a lot more upgrade potential in this car than there is in the GT3 RS. So you can give this car more power, lighten it up as a whole, and give it stickier rubber, and it'll still be good for S1 and outperform most of the 911s.
Knew it. Wixie, you might as well give in. You lost again.
Well, before we officially call it again for the boss man, let's put both cars side by side and see if he really won this challenge.
Max called it. Wixie, you lost!
Oh, I'm not done with her just yet.
You're really going to rub it in at this point, aren't you?
Partly because as good as that car was handling wise, it was just not that fast enough. Plus, there are other 992 generation 911s in this game, not just the Turbos and GTRS. I also tested the Carrera S GT3R and the standard GT3. Let's see how well they do on this exact same track against the GT3 RS.
Even the GT3 is faster?
At this point, it's just sad.
All right, you got me. I admit defeat for now.
Wixie, take it from me, you'll probably never beat him.
Hey, she might have a chance in the future. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to end. Thank you all so much for watching today. If you liked what you saw, remember to leave a like and subscribe to us. It really helps us out.
Oh, and don't forget about the Transporter Awards. We'll be running some polls on the channel and the Discord where you can vote for your favorite racing game, car, person, etc. We've even got a Fan of the Year giveaway where the winner will get a $50 Steam gift card from us. On behalf of everyone here, we'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Stay safe out there.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
everyone.
Christmas and
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
New
Stay
Year.
safe out there, you guys.
We'll see you again soon.